Hi, I'm Richie, and yes, painting is just my fun little hobby. Today I just want to talk about why creating is and should be fun while I show you the process for this little painting. It's a little still life of a peach that I did in my watercolor sketchbook, and I finished it in just under an hour and a half. So it was a quick little painting, and I just had fun with it. So I'm just a hobby painter, even though I got my bachelor's degree in drawing and painting. And because I have this degree, I felt like I have to constantly be selling work or showing in galleries. And since I don't do these things often, I feel like people will judge me for getting a degree that I don't use. Even though technically I do use it because my job requires a bachelor's degree in any subject, but I'm not trying to be defensive. But anyway, I'm just saying all this because I feel like I have to remind myself that art is fun to me, and I don't have to be the best. I don't have to be selling, showing, and doing all the things that you think when you think of an artist. I just want to paint. I just want to create. Today I wanted to just use my watercolors that I haven't used in a while, and I just wanted to make some marks, I wanted to have fun. So I did that here, and now you get to see it. It's not the best painting ever, but it was really fun. So I hope this video gives you some inspiration to create some art for yourself, just so you have some fun and enjoy the process. There should be no pressure. Just choose a subject that has fun colors that you like. My favorite color is orange, so the inside of the peaches was really fun. And paint something small. Or if size doesn't intimidate you, paint something large if that sounds like fun. I just hope you create something without worrying too much about the outcome. Just have fun mixing the colors and putting them on the paper or the canvas or whatever your medium is. I hope it's just a joy to use. So I'll talk a little bit about the process. I'm not the best watercolor painter. I usually use oil, and recently I've been doing a lot of acrylic paintings. But anyway, I'm starting with a thin wash. I did do a pencil sketch. I find that to be very helpful just so I know where the shapes are. So I started with a thin wash, just basic colors, and then I start going with a little bit thicker of paint. Since this watercolor set is very similar to gouache, you can layer by going thicker, starting thin and going thicker. Usually with watercolor, you just do many thin layers of colors until you get the desired effect, but like I said, I'm not really a watercolor artist. I am definitely not at the level of a lot of watercolor artists where they know exactly how to layer them and what layers to do first and how to make it look really realistic. So yeah, I just do a simple 2 layers, basically mostly just 2 layers in the whole painting. A thin layer and then a thicker layer. But like I said, these watercolors, very specific type, very thick. So that thicker layer is very reminiscent of gouache and like how I would paint with acrylic a little bit, but it is definitely different. I guess we can talk about also consistency in art, but not just consistency in the sense of doing it, which is always important in any skill you want to cultivate, but consistency in subject matter. I know that a lot of people say that that's very important to have a series that can really grow your art in a skill way and also in a following way if you post your art on social media. But recently, I've just been painting whatever. I've just been painting anything that seems interesting to me. I have not been consistent in anything other than the fact that I am creating almost every day, just whenever I have the time, whenever my baby's asleep. Whenever I'm off of work, just whenever I can, I am painting. And even though, one day I'm painting nail polish, the next day I'm painting a clown, and the next day I'm painting some fruit, it's not consistent at all. My mediums aren't even consistent, but the fact that I'm creating makes me really happy. And this might not be the best way to get business, but, I'm not a business person. I'm just an artist. I'm an artist who likes art. I'm an artist who likes math. Maybe I can start painting some math things. Don't know what that means, but that would be fun. I'm an artist who likes the process of things. And that leads me to another point of just focusing on the painting and not being distracted by anything. Some people like to paint with something in the background, like a show or a video or a podcast or music. I think music I might start listening to just to see how that makes me feel, but I do not listen to anything. I feel like that really helps be focused on the process and focus on enjoying the act of creating, because I'm not distracted by anything. And I think that's really important. At least for me right now, in this moment and where I am in my artistic journey, it's important to me because I just want to focus on the process. I keep saying that, but it's true. I just want to focus on it because I don't get that much time every day to do it. So it's really special to me to just be in the moment when I'm creating. So yeah, that's just something to think about for yourself. Do you feel like you're kind of out of the moment when you're creating? Do you like to have the multiple stimuli while you're creating? Because that's fine. I'm not trying to say there's anything wrong with it. Just for me personally, I like to do something very much one at a time. Sometimes I feel like, it can be efficient to be listening to a podcast while painting because you don't have that much time in the day to do those things separately. And that completely makes sense. But yeah, right now I'm not really listening to any podcasts. I don't like listening to audiobooks. I like to read. I prefer physical books, but, can't always do that. So I do a lot of ebooks. Yeah, I love reading. I'll just change the subject completely right now. I love to read. I don't read as often as a lot of people. You see people on YouTube being like, yeah, I just read 100 books this year. I just read 100 books this month. But no, I read, 15 books last year. Some books are classics that I read for the first time and absolutely fell in love with them. And I'm just gonna go on a rambling rant about this right now. So I read Frankenstein. I think that was the first book I read last year. And that was just so amazing. Love Frankenstein so much. I read The Phantom of the Opera. That was a beautiful book. Loved it. Made me laugh a lot. I read The Count of Monte Cristo, and I cannot believe how quickly that book flies by, even though it's 1,200 pages. There's my ramble about books. That was my ramble about a bunch of things on my mind. I hope you had fun watching this. I hope you create something. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you find some money on the ground. I hope you eat something really delicious. I hope you hang out with someone who makes you laugh. And yeah, have a great day. Bye.